Hey, before I start off, I'd like to do a special shout out to Goldsby and Boggio. Together with our donations, we were able to sort out my Apple account, and I have a video editor on my phone now, so now we don't have to do this in one take. Observe! Ta-da! So before I get into the symbols and rhythm, I want to get into the idea a little bit. I think once people have the idea, everything starts to kind of figure its way out. So what we're trying to do when we're talking about rhythm in music is we're just trying to recreate something very natural about ourselves and put it in something that's not ourselves. What do I mean by that? The basic, most groundwork demonstration of rhythm I can give you is, take a deep breath in and out, and then count how many times your heart beats during that time. That would be probably the simplest way to explain and understand rhythm. I'll tell you what, let me just do it right now. Where's the pulse? There we are. Okay. I'm gonna breathe in, breathe out, and just count how many times this goes. Bloop. 1. Alright, here we go. I counted 8 beats. Rhythm. This is a very natural part of being conscious. So when we're trying to make music, we have to kind of give the tones its own engine, which means we can't really only use our own. We have to kind of learn how to create these engines themselves. And how they're broken down is complex because it's simple, but there's a lot you can do with it, and you can make it really confusing really easy. The idea always should be that rhythm is a mixture of breaths or measures, bars of music, just random points in time that we can say is going to continue, at least until the end of the song. Or if it changes, that means that something in the song changes. And what we do is we take that beat, and then we see, okay, so what's going on in between these little beats? And then we try and find a pattern in there. And then between there, you can find another pattern, and then another, and then another. And it kind of keeps going till it's, till you just decide it's in 2 or 3. Yeah, what we're trying to do is we're basically recreating breaths and heartbeats in between the chords. So whenever it comes to making a rhythm, deciding whether it's the right rhythm, a lot of it has to do of your intentions. What kind of movement do you want to give to your song? Because the amount, and later in other tutorials I'll show you how changing the rhythm and everything kind of messes around with how you hear it, and how you take it in, I guess. But yeah, it's an engine. It's a counting engine. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at it this way. There's 2 sets of numbers that we're working with. So we're going to have 2 hands. One we're going to call the pulses, which could be your right or left. For me, I'm going to have the pulses on my left. And then there's the subdivisions, sub-pulses, the beats that are going to go on my right. And these things kind of go at the same time, but at their own rates. And the whole idea is to have them fit. So if I just start something, And that would just be the pulse. And now I can start putting in beats as this thing's going on, and as they become one thing, you start seeing how, like, it starts messing around with stuff. One, two, three, one. And what I did right there is I took two simple kind of beats, two simple kind of ideas, and I found out how they could fit together, and I just rolled with that. And that's kind of, when we're learning all these symbols, when we're learning all these kind of different methods in how people break down dealing with time when it comes to music, and what do you do with it, it's pretty much just taking something that's repeatable, a pattern, and then messing with the pattern just a little bit without breaking it. And that's all what we're trying to do. Yeah, okay. So let's go check out how I learned rhythm. I learned it a little weird, and then we're gonna get into classical. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Bye.